everybody. This is Rebecca Jane from yogawithrebeccajane.com. Welcome to this 30-minute practice. So today we're focusing on the upper back, and it's really, I don't know how to describe it. You'll feel the effects during the session, and maybe and definitely after at some point, effects in a positive way. We're going to be doing a lot of strengthening of the shoulders, some kind of turbo dogs, a few of those throughout, some gentle spinal waves, not with downward facing dog, but in different shapes. And so the idea of this class is, when we talk about mobility of the upper back, for the majority of us, our upper back tends to be quite stiff. Our shoulders are, I would say, that it's stiff, but it's also there's a lot of tension that's part of the stiffness, is we kind of stay in the same shape for long periods of time. So what this is doing is it's creating some mobility in the shoulders, but also taking the muscles, the trapezius muscles, the rhomboids, all these gorgeous muscles that are on your upper back. And we'll start to do some strengthening of them, but also the stretching. We'll do some, and with the stretching of the upper back, the strengthening of the upper back, we also open up the front body. So it's really it's really fun. And it's also, there's a few things that are different at the same time. So you'll see. So what we're going to do is actually start in a child's pose, a wide knee child's pose. Now we'll be in this child's pose for quite a while. So you might decide to take a blanket to cushion the upper feet. You can always come out of it and do it. You can find a way if it's too uncomfortable. Because I just did a class, I realized, you're here for quite a while. So you're going to come into a child's pose. You're going to open the knees as wide as the width of the mat. Big toes are touching. And we're going to begin just in that shape of a child's, with the arms reaching forward, with the elbows on the ground, forehead on the ground. So my head is up so I can speak. But for you, your forehead will find a place to rest. And that's just let the back gently stretch. Let the back begin to open up a little bit. The glute muscles. So this is where I go to before I even start a practice. Immediately my body craves a child's pose. So a child's pose stretches out the lower body, but it also has a calming effect on the nervous system. And it's grounding. It brings you into the moment. So from here, we're going to start to deepen the breath. If you haven't already, inhale, exhale. And as we inhale and exhale, you notice how the body begins to cat and cow automatically. And then we're going to come off of the elbows and bring the hands a little bit closer in. So we're going to do our cats and cows from this child's pose. So normally we would come up and sit with our hands on our knees. We're going to actually have the hands forward. You can adjust the hands accordingly, which would make it more comfortable. And I want you to just grip the mat with those hands. Don't over grip. Just feel the mat underneath those pads of those fingers. And we're going to do some just gentle cats and cows. So as you inhale, you arch the back. You know how to do cat and cow, tilt the tailbone. And as you exhale, you Draw the tummy in, tuck the tailbone, and you bring your head, you look behind you, and then you come forward again. Create that little ripple in the spine. Let's take one more. And if you ever need to come up and just shake out your legs, feel free to do that, or and then come back if you need to, if you want to, or you can do what we're doing on all fours. It really depends on how comfortable you are to be in this position. So from here, you're going to lift up your hands, come in a little bit closer. So it's as if you're going to leap forward. I think of leapfrog. And then take your right arm, reach it out to the side and up. We will be threading our needle. So you're going to take your right arm underneath your left in a child's pose, as opposed to up on the hands and knees. Come onto your right shoulder, right side of the head, and your left hand stretches forward and then over to the right. So keep playing with this shape until it feels just right. This is it. This is where I can't go any further. It's just perfect. And you're going to breathe in, and we're going to hold this for a little bit because this feels just perfect, delicious, delectable, whatever word you want to, how do you want to describe it? Take another breath in and a breath out. And then slide your left hand back so that it's in line with your left shoulder. Slide it toward you, lift up. Slide and bring your hands back into that leapfrog shape. And let's do a set of cats and cows here, a few sets. So think about, really, so this helps you concentrate less on the hips, but on your back. Because this shape will target that area, will isolate it more than if you're standing up on all fours. So come back to neutral. We're doing the other side. So this time left arm reaches up and out, and then thread this under your left arm underneath your right. Left shoulder on the ground, left side of the head on the ground, right arm reaches forward, and then walk the fingers over towards the left. And just keep going till finally, yeah, that's enough. And let your body melt into this shape, pretzel shape. This is a definite pretzel. Breathing deeply, inhale, squeezing out the tension. We carry so much tension on our shoulders without even realizing it most of the time. And then slide your right hand back so that's in line with your right shoulder. Slide your right hand towards you. Unthread your left arm. Let's just, if you need to come up, let's come up onto all fours for a moment and just tap the feet. I think maybe it's from the day before class, but I can definitely feel my shins. Okay, and then we sit back into that child's pose again, that leapfrog. Now this time we're going to take the right arm, reach it out to the side and up, and stretch. And you're going to thread your right arm under the left, but this is an active shoulder stretch. So you're not going to stop. You're not going to touch the ground with that right shoulder. You can just reach the right arm to the left. Then lift back up. And then this time, as you lift the right arm up, place the right hand on the back of the head. And then right elbow, as if it's your arm, extended arm, underneath your left shoulder, just like what we did. And then lift back up. Looking up towards your right elbow or looking to the ground. And then right arm under the left. And then lift up. So you're doing a little twisty thing here. Getting into the upper back. One more time. And then release the right hand down. Come to all fours, just tap your feet, shake them out, circle your ankles, shake out your bottom, and then come back into that child's pose. And then now the left arm lifts up, stretch it up, and then thread it underneath the right, but the active thread the needle. Just stretch it, reach it, and it doesn't touch down. And then lift back up. Lift that left arm back up. And then place that left hand behind the head. Open up that armpit and the left elbow underneath that right arm. And then lift back up. So it's not really underneath. It's touching or near the elbow. Lifting, inhale. So it's just like if you were doing we do abs. So we're on our backs, and this is a little bit like an ab exercise. It is actually working the upper, but working the back muscles, side muscles. Lifting up one more time, release that left hand, come back, come to all fours. Woo-hoo-hoo. Come onto your knees, but above your knees, so not on the kneecaps, and just circle those ankles. Maybe swing the feet from side to side. Do what feels nice. Just loosen up. And then you can take unless you want to, we'll be doing lunges in a little bit. Slide your blanket away. Curling toes under, press up, downward facing dog. Yes, that does feel good. Take a breath in and a breath out. And from here, you could bend the knees. Make sure the tailbone's lifting. The chest is telescoping towards your thighs. Wrap your armpits towards one another. So when you're imagining those armpits just squeezing in towards each other, broaden your upper back. And turbo dog here. Elbows bent. Imagine the back, shoulder blades are squeezing in towards each other. Inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale, re-straighten the arms and then come into your plank. Just pause here for a moment. And then lower knees down, come all the way down to the ground. And then slide your hands next to your thighs with the palms facing down. Squeeze the legs together. Lift legs, lift chest. And then the arms lift as well, beyond the bottom, up towards the ceiling. And then squeeze take the pinky fingers towards one another. And from here, I want you to just flip the palms up. So now the thumbs are facing each other, and then bring the thumbs towards each other. Take a breath in. So working our upper back, our shoulders, but obviously our glute muscles, anyway, I can go on. And then lower back down, slide your hands underneath your shoulders, lift up onto your knees, into your plank, and then downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Let's inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Lower your left knee down. So this is where I'll bring my blanket. And then reach the arms up to the sky. Lean into your lunge. Make sure your right knee is over the ankle, or it could be slightly beyond, depending on how flexible you are. And you don't want to you want to make sure your knee is protected. Reach the arms up to the sky, bend the elbows. W elbows, open up the arms, open up the chest, and then bring the arms in towards each other around the spine. Inhale, open, cat and cow here. But again, all upper body, because your lower body cannot move in this shape. Inhale, opening. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale. Now this time, lift up into a 90-90 shape of your lunge. Arms reach up to the sky and twist to the right. Arms stretch out to the sides. You can either do it with the arms out or hands to the back of your head. Inhaling. So if you have it to the back of your head, you kind of get into a more of a twist. Play. See which one feels different, better. Just get a sense of what this is all about. And then bring your head back to center, chest back to center. Step left foot forward. You're at the front of your mat's forward fold. Take a few little gentle sways, breathing in, breathing out. And we're going to do a few ragdoll rolls here. Bend those knees. Take a deep breath in as if you're going into Malasana, which we will eventually do. Exhale, let's roll ourselves up, arms dangling. Reaching up, arms lift to the sky. Gentle back bend here. And then exhale, let the arms float next to your sides. Do another set. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, I want you to roll back down. Your knees begin to bend halfway. Then they bend, and the fingers touch down. Kind of like you're in that that leapfrog shape again. And then roll back up. Arms lift up. Gentle back bend, countering what we just did. Pushing the hips forward. And then releasing the hands down. Take a deep breath in. Open the feet wider because we're going to come into Malasana. I'm going to turn so I can, he'll stay facing and then I'll turn around. Take an inhale and exhale, let's roll back down. So you're bending the knees, you're in this squat. And then lower yourself into your Malasana. Hands, the knees are squeezing into the upper arms. The hands are in front of you. So you're in that same shape we were in child's pose. And we're going to do a few little cats and cows here. Again, isolating the upper body. There's not much movement that you can do here, but just enough. Look back as you exhale, rounding the upper back, exhale. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Round and lift. And then we're going to come back to neutral. And this is where I'm going to come in. If you need to straighten your legs for a moment, I'm going to turn so you can see me. You stay where you are. The right arm reaches out to the side, palm is on the ground. Squeeze that leg into that right arm. Left arm sweeps up. Bring that left hand behind your head again, just like we did just earlier. Left elbow towards the right knee. It won't get even close. And then lift your left arm up. And then lower. So you can either keep your gaze, just follow the elbow with your gaze. If that doesn't feel good, keep the gaze down. One more time. And then release the hands to the ground, straighten those legs. Yes. Step back, downward facing dog. Yes, that should feel good. Take a breath in and a breath out. Just loosen up those legs, flush them out. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. And then let's inhale into plank. Let's hold your plank for a moment. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Slide your hands next to your sides, locust, the same one we just did before. Squeeze the legs together. Take a deep breath in. Lift hands. The palms are facing, down to start. Pinky fingers facing each other. Lift the arms up. As if you're trying to touch for something behind you, but up a little higher. And then the pinky fingers come towards each other. Breathe in. And then all you're doing now is flipping the palm up. You can notice the shoulders have to, the different shape of the shoulders. And bring the thumbs towards each other. Breathe in. Rotate the thighs so the knees are pointing down. And then lower back down. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Lift up into plank, either on the knees or off the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whole thing again on the other side. From here, before we go anywhere, you could bend the knees if you'd like, or keep them straight. Bend the elbows. Wrap the armpits towards each other. And take your upper back and smooth it with an imaginary hand. And then re-straighten your arms. Bring your legs, leg lifts. You're in three-legged dog. Same thing here. Just come into a little bit of a turbo dog. And then re-straighten the arm, step left foot to left thumb. You could bring in a blanket if you'd like, or keep that, or just come onto that right knee. And then before you even lift the arms up, get into that nice stretch. When you're in, these lunges are really important for stretching out the lower body, the psoas muscles. And then lift the arms up, and then bend the elbows and open up the chest. And then exhale, rounding the back, but the lower body stays as is. There's no shifting of the lower body. It's just there. It's supporting you. And then round. And then open. I still find lunges extremely hard. You think after all these years. So closing and opening. Opening up the chest. One more time, closing and opening. This time come up high into that kind of, that nice figure 4 lunge, and then twist to the left, open up the arms out to the sides. You can either reach the arms away from each other or place the hands on your head and twist here. Take an inhale and exhale. And then come back, spin the body forward. Place the hands on the ground, step right foot forward, forward bend. Bending those knees. Take an inhale and exhale. Let's ragdoll ourselves up. No rushing here. Lifting up, lifting, 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 lifting. Arms reach to the sky. Come into a gentle back bend. And then let the arms drop next to your sides. Take a deep breath in, and then let's roll back down. Bending those knees. This time, open them up into Malasana. I'm going to turn so you can see me from the front. Let's start with the hands in front, squeezing the legs into those upper arms. And we're going to do those cats and cows again. So your lower body is not doing anything other than supporting you. You're just working the upper body. Lifting and lowering. But make sure you're not just doing the head. That can easily happen in this. Where you just go up and down with the head because there's not much movement in the upper back or the torso. Really work at lifting the torso and then rounding. And then lifting and rounding. Because I was doing that. You're not going to get much from this. I mean, you will, but you won't. Okay, so now your left hand comes out to the left side. Right arm reaches up. Stretch it. And then to bring that, place that right hand on the back of your head. And then right elbow in towards your left arm. And then inhale, lift up. Oh, I love this. Right elbow towards left elbow. Don't like lunges, but I could stay here for a little bit longer. And you might be the opposite. You might say, nah, I don't like this. And then lower the hands down, slowly lift yourself up.
Bring the feet together. Step back, or actually don't step back. Just take a moment here. I want you to roll up, vertebra by vertebra. You're coming up to your standing. We're going to do a side stretch. Feet are hip distance. Slide your right hand down your right thigh, left hand behind your head. Elbow, pull it back, and then stretch over to the right. And your right hand continues to slide until finally there's no sliding. You could gaze up, you could gaze forward, you could gaze down. And there's a little pressing of that head into the hand. And then gently lift yourself back up. Oh, that feels so good. And then the opposite side. Left hand, slide down your left leg. Bring your right arm up to the sky, then the hand behind your head. A gentle pressing into that hand. Right elbow opens. And your gaze maybe up. As you slide your left hand down your leg, pausing and breathing. And then gently lift yourself up. Let's do a few figure eights. And then we're going to come all the way down onto your backs. So take your time, find your way onto your back. And then once you're down, hug your knees into your chest. So I'm almost guaranteeing you're going to feel your upper back, which is phenomenal because now you know we've worked it. Keep your right knee hugged in. Just extend your left leg on the ground. Right foot on top of your left thigh. Take your left hand outside your right knee and gently cross it to your left side. So we're doing a one-legged spinal twist. Now arms could be out to the sides. You could circle your arms over your head, turn and gaze to the right. However you wish. Feel the difference in this spinal twist. So this targets the lower back, which actually we need. And then gently roll onto your back. Give yourself another hug. Let's now extend the right leg on the ground. Place your left foot on top of the right thigh. Help that left leg over to the right. Either arm, do whatever you did on that one side, the other side, the first side, and then with the arms, and turn and look to the left. So in the one-legged spinal twist, you can actually feel you're pretty much working yourself all the way up the spine, but particularly in the lower and the middle back. That's where I feel it anyway. So I need to research that a little bit. What's the difference between when you do the double, when you extend? What part of the back are you working on? Let's hug your knees into your chest, and let's take your left foot to the left corner, right to the right. And guess where we're going? Shavasana. This is the class that needs some extra Shavasana, extra rest. Let your back become heavy, your feet roll out to the sides, backs of the hands resting, shoulders slide them down, shoulder blades down your back. Chin slightly tucked. Soften the face, soften the eyes. I could feel all my fingers, my arms, all these different sensations, tingling of the arms. All good. So you just continue to rest as I come up.
And as I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal this practice, I hope you enjoyed it. It was great fun. Thank you so much. Subscribe, thumbs up. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.